Yes, boss. Let's get it, man. When you don't talk much, people think you don't catch on. Or, that makes people want to play in your face. So here's the deal. You ever notice that sometimes being too quiet, sometimes people think you're not catching on, or maybe this person's slow, they're naive, they're not reading the room? No, sometimes that's not necessarily the case. Sometimes people like to sit back and watch. Sit back and see what's going on. Who's going to size me? Who's going to play in my face? Sometimes you got to understand that just because sometimes people may not say anything, that doesn't mean that they didn't catch on or see what was going on. So example, right? Let's say somebody comes off as quiet and you decide to run a joke or talk about them when they're probably not saying anything or not aware, or you probably perceive that they're not aware. Just because you can talk about a person and they may not say something to you doesn't mean that they didn't see you do it. You get what I'm saying? Or didn't see you starting something or stirring the pot or whatever the case may be. You got to understand that just because you may be smart and have gotten away with the things that you've gotten away with doesn't mean that you're going to get away with that on everybody. You feel me? You might can fool some of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. So let's say you're the type of person where you like to do sneaky underhanded things or play in people's faces and you feel like they probably didn't catch or they didn't see anything. You got to understand that sometimes in life, you got to play fool to catch wise. Not saying anything when you see people do something screwed up to you, that's actually a smart move, bro, and I'm going to tell you why. If a person does foolishness, right, or feels like they have the upper hand, you're a mute, you don't say anything, you probably let things slide, or, we play around in their face all day long and they don't say anything. That doesn't mean that that person didn't catch on or they didn't see you. That just means that that person is just probably either collecting information, seeing how far you'd go, just testing the waters to see, let me see how far this person is going to go. Because here's the deal. As much as a person is going to play in your face, they're going to want to test your boundaries to see what you're willing to accept and what you won't accept. And just because a person did not say anything to you for playing in their face or for doing something foul to them doesn't mean that they're not aware. And this is what makes people a little bit more crazy sometimes, right? Sometimes when you perceive that a person didn't say anything to you, doesn't mean that they didn't see you. Always remember this. Some people, they just have patience. Some people, they're waiting for you to cross that grand line so they can put you back in place. You feel me? You got to understand that in life, the games you might have ran with certain people, you're not going to get away with that on everybody. The way how you probably might, this person doesn't see me in my games, I could run with it all day long, doesn't mean that they didn't see you. Sometimes, and I'm going to tell you like example like me, right? I'm the type of person, I could see somebody doing BS, but I'm going to let you keep on going because you got to understand something. It's just like what I said. In life, you got to play fool to catch wise. If you always announce, oh, I see you're snaking me, or I hear you over there talking about me, it's like you're giving people the upper hand and awareness. Sometimes playing stupid and being quiet, you dumb things down to make people feel comfortable. So example, let's say I'm going to make it real slick for you, right? Real easy. How many times have you probably seen an incident where a dude probably tried to finesse a girl or a girl tried to finesse a guy in whatever manner? Sexual, transactional, whatever, for money or whatever. And the person probably never said anything. They just let that person go on with their game thinking that they got a what? A sucker. You got a lick. You got it. I found me a dumbass. Wrong. Some people are playing a game just to bait you. Give you an example into that, right? Let's say, I say this all the time. I could give you examples all day long. Let's say your job is about to fire you, right? Your job might think, oh yeah, this guy, he's not aware, she's not aware, we're going to let them go. The whole time, you 10 steps ahead of them like, boy, I'm doing applications, I'm doing all of that there. You feel me? You probably even got another job on the side, or you read the room like, look, I come into work, I do my business, but they still keep antagonizing me. Yo, I do what I'm supposed to do. I come on time. They still chastise me. It's like whatever I do, it's like a damned if I do, damned if I don't. So guess what? They're pretty much giving you the green light that, yo, they don't like you or they don't want you there. Some jobs, they will try to fight you out of your position. It's just how you go about it. You can fight back in your own right. If it's something that it's worth it, you want to stay there, fight back, however you want to play this. But always be 10 steps ahead. That's what the job, that's what people. It doesn't really matter. But understanding that, thinking that somebody isn't catching on to your game because they chose not to say anything, that makes people want to play that game of, let me see if I can play in their face just a little bit longer. That's not how this thing works, man. Always remember this, bro. Whenever you misinterpret somebody's silence, that doesn't mean that they're not sitting back calculating you. When you misinterpret, I said something and this person didn't say anything, they're a mute. Wrong. Sometimes you got to understand that in life, some people are just adding you up. And if somebody has to add you up, I'm telling you right now, when they give you the actual results, you're really not going to like it. That's just like example. How many times have you seen somebody play on somebody's time or play in somebody's face, like not giving them the full value of who they are? Yo, this person's loyal to me. Yo, this person takes care of me. They're there for me. You know what? And you're out there probably BSing, or you've seen somebody BSing or playing games. You're playing in that person's face. You're burning up their time. Now that person probably, let's say you've been with them for some time. You're like, you know what? I think I'm going to stop my game now. How did you not know that person wasn't aware of the things that you were doing in the past? How do you not know if that was a person's longevity game? You have to understand that in life, everybody plays a different game. Remember this. I'm teaching you a game right now. Everybody plays a different game. Some people, they can't hold on to the poker face and, no, I didn't see anything that you did. You're an angel to me. No. Some people, they're just going to let you know what it is. Some people, they'll play the long game with you, then stop you in your tracks. I'm one of them people, like right before I feel like you about to get to the land of milk and honey, I'm going to just snatch the rug from beneath your feet, dog. Like, you're dumb. You can't play with people like that. So thinking that your game is sweet or you're aware because somebody probably didn't say anything, that doesn't mean that you have the upper hand. And as well as that, people play these games is like a need for power and control. So let me see if I could play in your face. You didn't catch up on my game? I'm going to keep this game going because it makes me feel good. And then on top of it, it makes me feel a little bit better on the inside, boosts my ego because I perceive that you're not smart. You're not aware. So I can play in your face because it gives me power and it keeps you in check. That's why you have to understand there's some real sick-minded people in the world where they let certain things get the best of them and they don't understand that they're actually derailing themselves. You choosing not to respect a person or you choosing to play in somebody's face, if that person ever wakes up to the games that you're playing or the fact that you're screwing them over and not really like fully giving them their respect at their time, it's going to be a sad day, cold day in hell for you. Reason being is, let's say after times of playing, you playing in this person's face, playing on their time while you're out there playing around or doing whatever it is that you want, and you feel like you had your fun, you want to slow it down now. Guess what? You just took one person's time and used them as like a skateboard so you can ride around and do whatever it is that you want all on their time. Knowing damn well if somebody played that same game on you, you wouldn't like that. That's how you know that people are screwed up mentally. How is it that it's cool or it's acceptable for somebody to run game or play in somebody's face or play on their time, but they can't do that to you? That's crazy, bro. That makes no friggin' sense at all. Like, literally break that down. I'm gonna play in your face. I'm gonna burn up your time. But if you were supposed to ever do this to me, I'm gonna show you who you playing with. That's messed up, bro. That's where I understood something about human nature. There's some people that like to one-up people just off the rip. It doesn't matter about anything. Doesn't matter if, you showed me loyalty, you showed me that you solid or whatever. I'm gonna one-up you just because. And this is how you know that people are broken. And I'm gonna explain one-upping, right? Sometimes people go to the extent of one-upping somebody because they feel like, if you were supposed to do me dirty, I feel satisfied on the inside that I already one-upped you. You can't do anything to break me. This is like some people's way of protecting themselves. But at the same time, you're still cheddar-bobbing yourself. Because you're choosing to one up, play in somebody's face, waste somebody's time, and they probably didn't even fully present themselves or show their case. Sometimes, and I'm going to give you another one, right? It doesn't have anything to be with just being quiet or personality wise. Some people feel like, yo, I'm just going to try you off the rip. You feel me? And the person you're trying or the situation that you're trying could have been a blessing in disguise for you. It's just what? You chose to look at things from a survival aspect. And I'm going to tell you right now, when it comes to being in survival mode or having a survival mindset, that's going to put you in some screwed up predicaments. Because being in survival, you're more likely to do things in a transactional type of a way more than be genuine with a person. Or if a person's choosing to be genuine with you, you'll probably forfeit that to try and turn it into something that's transactional. And everybody knows anything that's done in transaction is what? It's not genuine. You feel me? If I have to do favor for favor for favor for favor, it's not real. Let the favor stop. Guess what? It's not real no more. You get what I'm saying? So understand that as well, right? That all falls into the and that all goes into the fold. As well as that, sometimes some people, they just don't have anything better to do. Some people do certain things out of boredom, bro. So yo, let me play in your face, or let me disrespect you, or let me cross certain lines with you. Because why? It's something to do. You don't deserve it. You didn't deserve for me to play with you, but guess what? It's something to do. I could play with you right now. You're probably not even going to say anything to me. You get what I'm saying? Or I look at you as a mute, or you're lay down. Do you know that this is just law, bro? There are people in this world, they're only going to play with people that they feel like are not going to respond to them. I'm pretty sure you heard me say that before. Do you see somebody randomly going and playing with a street dude? Let me just randomly play with you. No, we know what you're about. That's why people have to get a feel for certain people. Yeah, I think this dude ain't going to respond. Sometimes, if people feel like, yo, you're not going for anything, they're not going to play with you. But if some people feel like there's that openness, that little window, I feel like I could play with this person, they're going to do it. And that's why you have to sit back and understand that people are what? Foolish, bruh. Why would you play with somebody who probably never played with you? Because it's an ego thing to insert power and show, yo, I'm the one that's more of the dominant one in this situation. Bullshit, bro. Just because a person isn't choosing for violence or probably choosing peace or probably choosing to walk or go their own way, I'm going to feel like I'm going to play with you. That's pussy. That's the pussiest thing in the world. Mind you, as I just stated, people aren't going to play with somebody who's really deserving to be played with. Let me go play with somebody who's not deserving, who's probably out the way and quiet. You get what I'm saying? So understand this, right? Into this whole subject. When people choose these games, right? When people choose, let me see if I can play with this person, they're not going to catch on. That doesn't mean that people didn't see you, bro. Sometimes people going to let you run up your fuckery tab. Once your tab is high, they're going to cash you out on that bill. You feel me? Same shit I did with my mom. You've been sizing me my whole life. What you thought? I'm finna take care of you now that I'm doing way better in life? No! You played in my face my whole life. Make sense? You can't expect to do fuckery all day long and God damn it, where's the greatness? That shit doesn't work like that. That's a delusional ass mindset. That's like somebody out here bullshitting and BSing all day long. Now, guess what? I'm ready to be taken serious. Bullshit, bruh. You already programmed yourself a certain kind of way. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. In life, if people choose to play with you, let them keep playing. You could choose to check it right then and there, but I'm telling you right now, sometimes you got to play fool to catch wise. Sometimes when you play stupid, this is one of my favorite games. And I'm a big kid on the inside. This is one of my favorite games. I like to play stupid with people, so I just let you see how far you think you could go with this shit. Yo, this nigga's dumb. Let me just play in their face. And that's the sweet part about letting people play in your face sometimes. When you don't say anything and people think that you're a mute, the shields come off. Man, I really found me an idiot. I'm going to let my game just run all day long. I'm going to let it hang out. I'm just express how I really feel, be a dumbass, be an ass. Because guess what? I perceive you to be what? Dumb. You're not going to say anything. You're not aware of my game that I'm running. Until you stop people in their tracks. Yo, I seen what you did here. Yo, I seen this. Remember this that you did to me? I watched that the whole time. I just played stupid. That makes people start to fret. Because some people, they feel like they're higher than the next person, or I could do fuckery all day long and get away with it. Just because somebody didn't say anything to you doesn't mean that they didn't see you. Remember that, you feel me? With that being said, remember this, words can help you, they can hurt you. You're here on my channel, I'm going to uplift you because everybody's a champion, nobody's a loser, man. 444 the world. Just remember this in life, playing in people's face is not the move, bro. Being genuine with people is where it's at. You get what I'm saying? The more people that you have genuine relationships with, the better off it will be for you. Versus you playing in different people's faces that you feel like you could play in their face and there's not going to be any consequence. You just burning the bridge before you even get to friggin' cross it. You get what I'm saying? 444 the world, man. Peace.